Hello, welcome to 2023. Mioma. So far so good, I hope, for everybody. I've been thinking a lot about how, at the end of a year or at the end of a season of something that you're doing or a stage of your child's development, it's kind of like, let's finish strong. Let's get through the end of the school year and do our very best, and let's move. Or let's run right up to the end of this year and make it just skid right into December 31st, and at midnight we'll just have a brand new start. And what I really think might work better for us if we're trying to lower our collective stress level is allowing ourselves to say things like, the end of the season, the end of the year is upon us. How about we take a few minutes, a few days, just some time to rest, to reflect, to read, to go for walks, to just sit outside and close our eyes and listen to the sounds that we hear around us. Which brings me to what I am promoting today, thinking maybe this will be of help to someone. Meditation, not for everybody. Or is it? Meditation is, I think, often thought of as, the yoga seat with your legs crossed and your eyes closed and your hands like this, and you just close your eyes and you think, okay, I should be able to totally let go of the thoughts that I'm thinking and have a nice, clear mind that I'm just able to sort of let go and meditate for however long this is supposed to happen. It's hard to do. It's just not easy. And maybe it comes more naturally and more easily depending on how long you've been trying to do this, or what's your personality, or how many things are going on in your life, how much is literally going on around you at the moment when you're trying to do this. And one of the things that I think is really helpful is giving yourself other options that work just as well as far as meditation goes, I think. And one of those ways to meditate that might be easier is the five senses approach. So I would say that it might be great if you could find even 5 minutes to carve out a place in your day where you can be pretty much quiet. In other words, you're not baking cookies and there are not kids running under your feet and those kinds of things. See if you can figure out 5 minutes. And then whatever task you're doing, as long as you are doing it quietly, like washing dishes, raking leaves, vacuuming, that's not in and of itself a quiet activity, but it is an activity where you can kind of zone out if you need to. Driving somewhere if you're by yourself. And while you are in the middle of these activities that are productive yet peaceful, try to engage each of your senses. So let's just take washing dishes, for example. For me, this is a very zen, rote, mindless, yet productive activity. I really enjoy it most of the time. But while you're washing dishes, let's think about what do we see? We see the soap in the water. We see the dishes getting clean with the sponge or the brush. We see the rack, and we see the water dripping off as the dish dries. And then what do we hear? We hear the dishes clanking together a little bit, or we might hear the sound of the water when we squeeze the sponge, the water that falls into the sink. It all sounds so super simple, but if you buy into this just a little bit, trust me. And okay, so we have seen the suds, we have heard the water squeezed out of the. What do we smell? Do we smell the dish detergent? Do we smell whatever's cooking on the stove simultaneously while we're washing the dishes, or whatever is in the oven? What are we touching? The water feels hot to our hands. We are feeling how slick the plates are after we wash them. And then what did I leave out? What are we tasting? I mean, it doesn't have to be all five senses, but maybe, maybe you're having a big glass of water next to you while you wash the dishes, and you just kind of lean into the activity, to the roteness of it all. You might even close your eyes if it's something you're able to do during whatever activity it is. And then just whatever thoughts come into your mind, just sort of send them down. Like, this is something I heard yesterday too, is if you have a negative thought, you can think of yourself placing that negative thought on a little leaf that then floats away down a nice rippling creek. And if you can be in the moment while you're doing something like washing dishes or raking leaves, and just lean into that activity, just think about the fact that you're washing dishes. Think about the soap and the sponge and the plates and what you're hearing around you. Think about the sounds of the water and sounds of children in the background, or the sound of whatever podcast maybe you are listening to, if you think you can concentrate while listening to a podcast. I don't know, maybe that wasn't a great example. I don't know. So the five senses approach to a nice mindful meditation. Hot flash. They don't happen as often anymore, but you know what? They're like an old friend now. It's all good. They come and they go, just like the little thought off down the river. So yeah, maybe in this new year, we can think of things that make our lives less quiet and help us to concentrate more on the mindfulness and the importance of what is just in this present moment. Lean into what is happening right here and right now, and just see what it does. See if it makes a difference. See if it helps you to feel more engaged with whatever is happening. See if it helps you to kind of take the edge off the stress and the chaos. I hope that it does. I hope it does. And if you got anything out of this video, if you would like, maybe subscribe to Root Wellness with Ren, I would love that. I would appreciate it so much. And share it with someone that you also think might could use it. And I hope that you have a great rest of your day. Thanks so much.